guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my final pregnancy update. So feels a little surreal to finally be filming this. It just seems like it's gone by so fast, but here we are. I guess we'll start with where I left off with the last video, which was, I think that I mentioned that we would be going on a family vacation with Steve's side of the family, and so that was about a four-ish hour drive from home, and it actually went pretty well. I was a little concerned about having Braxton Hicks because I know that car rides can do that, but actually I don't think I really experienced many at all, so that was good. We had a really nice time. The only downside was we picked it largely based on the fact that there was a pool, and we found out when we got there that the heater for it was not working. So it was freezing cold and not really usable. They did finally get the heater working for it well enough by close to the end of the week, to the point where we could use the hot tub, but not the pool, because obviously the pool takes a lot more to heat up. So we did get to use the hot tub, but not the pool, which was disappointing because we were really looking forward to going swimming with Ivy. She loves being in the water, so that was going to be a highlight of the vacation. But we did turn down the temperature a little bit in the hot tub and let her swim around in the hot tub for a little bit, so it was at least something. It was still a really nice, relaxing vacation. Steve and I got to go out to dinner one night. We found this cute little place. It was in this, kind of charming little town not far from where we were staying. So we actually ended up bringing everyone back to that same area, I think the next day, because there was a little ice cream shop there and they had a little park, and so Ivy got to play in the park and we all had ice cream, and yeah, it was a nice time. As per usual, went by very fast. So, and then the following weekend, we went up to my parents' cabin for a long weekend, which was also really nice. My sister and her kids were there that same weekend, so Ivy got some cousin time. That was fun to see her play with them. That was definitely the last trip that we were planning for a while, because it's a lot of traveling. So we're glad to be home and not really have any plans in the near future to take long drives anywhere. So I guess the next thing I will get into is just some of the symptoms that I've been having. I've sometimes been getting random bouts of nausea. Not a ton, but I think it's just, again, having less room in there, and him being so close to my stomach. So if he moves around near it, it just kind of, it's almost like that roller coaster feeling, or butterflies in your stomach feeling. So I usually just have some gum, or I'll have a little bite of peanut butter or a few pretzels, and that usually helps. And then I have been dealing with more round ligament pain, unfortunately, but it tends to happen if I go on too long of a walk. So I have started to split up my walks now, especially this last week, so that I'm not doing too much all at once. So again, kind of inconvenient, because then that means I have to find, more chunks of time to do it. It still ends up being like the same amount of time overall, but sometimes it's just harder to find those multiple times throughout the day. But the walks really do help me, so I'm trying to prioritize them. So yeah, I guess some of the things that I have been doing to prepare is I have been drinking the raspberry leaf tea and eating the dates. I don't remember exactly specifically what the research says about it. You can look it up if you want to know more, but I know that the raspberry leaf tea helps tone your uterus, and I think that the dates help your cervix dilate faster, if I remember right. But I don't know for sure if it's going to help. I didn't really do it consistently with my last pregnancy, so I'm trying to be more consistent about it this time, because I had a very long labor last time. So I'm doing what I can to help prevent that this time, but there's no real way to know for sure that it's going to help. But obviously I know it can't hurt, so I'm just trying to be more diligent about it this time and remember it when I can, which I've been fairly consistent this time, especially compared to last time. So, and then another thing I'm doing is, so last time I took the Positive Birth Company course, hypnobirthing course, and that was really helpful. You only get access to it for a year though, so it's like a digital course, and I didn't want to pay for it again, especially since I still had some of the printed materials, and I remembered quite a bit of it, and they do have some YouTube videos, so I just didn't feel it was necessary to pay for it again, especially since I remember quite a bit of it. But I am doing the One Strong Mama this time. So I've been doing some of those exercise videos and the different daily moves and that sort of thing to help support birth and get me ready for labor. So I also had my Strep B test, which came back negative, which is good. I was negative for it last time as well, but I was a little nervous this time because apparently it can be different with each pregnancy. So yeah, I just didn't want to have to deal with, throwing something new into the picture, the whole antibiotics thing. So I'm glad that it was negative. And then one thing I forgot to mention was that on the family vacation, we did take some maternity photos. We just took them at the cabin. Steve took them like he did with the last pregnancy, and they turned out really cute. So I will add some of those in as well, so you can see some of those. Oh, Okay, so then, yeah, the final thing that I wanted to mention is that we have now completed everything on our list for like the third trimester checklist that I made. Basically everything that I wanted to have done by about 37 weeks, and I am just over 37 weeks today. So yeah, I have that list actually in this notebook, so I can give some examples of what was on here. So like I wanted to finish packing my birth bag, which again, I don't remember if I've mentioned in another video, but I'm calling it a birth bag because it's not a hospital bag, but it's because I want everything that I plan to use or might potentially use during labor and delivery in one place. And that way, like, it'll all be in the same bag. And then if for whatever reason we do have to transfer to the hospital, it's all there. So some of the things that I put in there would only be necessary if we did have to go to the hospital. So like a change of clothes or, chargers and stuff like that. But this way it's one less thing to think about should that situation arise. We like washed the couch, cleaned the bathroom, obviously finished getting everything ordered that I wanted for labor from like my Amazon list. So like I've got like this this tea that I ordered that is for like sitz bath purposes. So I did not have that last time. I'm really hoping that makes a difference. So of course I will do a postpartum video and update about all the products that I used. Like finishing washing baby's clothes and yeah, just stuff that so you like cleaning out the car, like the kinds of things that I just don't want to have to worry about once I'm postpartum. I just want to focus on baby and healing. So yeah, that feels good to have all that stuff done. So I guess that just leaves the final update. Okay, so this is baby at just a little over 37 weeks. Again, I think I'm going to have to do a side by side to be able to tell for sure if I feel like if there's been much difference between the last update and this one, because to be honest, I felt just as big in the last one, but who knows, maybe it's a little different. But yeah, I definitely feel 37 weeks pregnant, no doubt about that. So just trying to remind myself that this will probably be the last one, and just soaking in the last little bit of time, feeling the little kicks and whatnot. So looking forward to not having to walk around with a really big belly, but I do enjoy being pregnant. I do like feeling the little movements and bonding with baby and stuff. So yeah, I'm sure I will miss it at some point. So just trying to soak it all in now. Yep, that is baby. We're very excited to meet you. Okay, well, I think that wraps up everything for my final pregnancy update. Let me know if there's anything that you have questions about that I didn't cover in this video, or if your due date is coming up as well, or your partner's due date. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And hopefully the next time I do a video, I will have a little baby in my arms. We are very anxious to meet this little peanut and cuddle him and love on him and be a fun new family of 4. See you guys next time. Bye.